time is it? Okay. Well, I guess we can have public comment. Okay, I make a motion, we pay bills.
Hey, they're gonna give us a chance to have public comments or what?
Didn't answer, I
I
didn't
was
hear
waiting for somebody else to
No, you
have a
never said
chance.
nothing.
Nobody said anything.
I move that we have public
Could I
comment.
have?
for the public.
Well,
Could I have a
good,
public
fine, I got a
comment?
public comment.
There you go.
Thank you.
Oh, wait
Go
a minute.
ahead.
Dan, I move that we have public comment.
Okay, well,
Second that?
well, we were,
If you want to move past
okay.
this.
All right, I'll second.
All right.
We'll have public comment.
All right.
Until it gets, if it gets carried away, it's it.
Let's hope it doesn't get carried away. Jenny, I seem to remember when you read the meeting notes, and you know, we don't have public comments of meeting notes, but you asked if there were any corrections. I don't remember in the meeting notes that comment being brought up after Tom Robb said that, well, why don't you guys just do it, and if it's wrong on that road sign resolution, you can just rescind it. Well, after that comment was made, there was some other discussion, because I said, well, you really, there's only 2 instances in your high revised code that you have to have a unanimous vote. This isn't one of them. There's only compensation and road improvement, you have to have unanimous decision. Okay, well then, there was a resolution made to go ahead and do it. Well, I don't remember, is that in your meeting notes?
The resolution, yes, it is.
No, I'm talking about your meeting notes, that comment that I made, when
Do
you
I
read it, I don't remember
Have to put
hearing
every
that.
comment in the
No,
minutes?
I'm talking about the resolution.
The resolution is in there.
It is? Could you read that? Because I don't remember hearing it. So it could be me. Maybe it's me
I
at the
actually
end
read it twice.
after Tom Robb.
I
made the
actually read it
comment.
twice.
Okay, go ahead. I just wanted to, I must have overheard it then, or I missed it.
Tom Robb suggested the board pass a resolution for the speed limit sign, and if it turns out the board doesn't have the authority, then they could take the sign down. Trustee Watkins made a motion to post 20 miles per hour speed limit sign on Carmel Court, seconded by Trustee Van Buren. Roll call vote, Van Buren yes, Corpenny no, Watkins yes.
Okay, so you got that in there. But I did make a comment. That's the only reason you guys came back and voted is because of what I said, I thought. Because you could actually vote and don't have to have a unanimous decision.
Well, it's like Rob said, what are they gonna do, sue you because you got
Right. Well, my point was, I really didn't think you could do that, but hey, if you want to do it, and there's 2 of you there to make a resolution, you can do it. Now you understand that there should have been a little bit more, but, the other comment I had was, Don, you said that, when Jack was in there driving that truck, he said for him to move it 3 times. I reviewed that videotape. I was right there with Jeff. There is nothing on that videotape that indicates that that happened, and you were on the other side of the truck. I specifically paid attention to where you were at, and I'm like, I wonder how the heck he heard that. When I kept saying, and you can hear me clearly saying on videotape, I don't know what he's talking about, because the truck was running, it was loud. I didn't hear it.
I was standing right beside Jack, hanging on the mirror, on the driver's side.
And let me ask you something
And
else.
he said it 3 times, and then I got off and I walked up towards Dan on the tractor, and that's when I heard the crunch.
Well, I didn't get it on the videotape,
didn't
and
see it.
I didn't hear it, and I was right there. So that was one point. The other point was, it seems to me that on these trucks, you're supposed to have backup warning indicators, and you should have a spotter when you're getting that close to vehicles. You know, I mean, he did, and you and I both know because we talked about this. There was no need to drive across the hard surface to compact the soil on the other side of the road. I mean, so when you're saying that, you know, the truck shouldn't have been there, I'm kind of wondering, well, why does he drive the truck clear on the other side of the road to compact soil? That's all he was doing, was compacting the soil.
When he's compacting it, you're watching the driver's side, that's where he's compacting. The other side is the side that caught the truck.
Well, but that's my point. You know, he didn't even need to be over there. And you and I both kind of talked about that. So, you know, you're making it sound like, well, geez, you know, it's all one way, when you and I both know that he was on a hard surface when he hit it.
I'm not.
Yeah, but you know, sometimes you gotta back up and see where you missed too.
I agree with you. But when you get that close to something, you might want to have a spotter. There were plenty of us there. All you had to do was ask for it.
I tell you, all the construction I've done, I've worked on every hospital in Columbus. I've had that backhoe, and after so many trips tracking it in, you forget about watching behind you. I've stopped and looked behind me and scared me to death when I seen what I just missed.
Well, I'm not saying you can't have an accident.
And that's what I'm saying.
I'm just pointing out the fact that
that's what I'm saying.
I didn't hear it. I listened to the video again, it wasn't on there,
Well,
and you came walking around
I
and
was
said that he said
standing
it, I'm
right
like,
beside him,
what?
hanging on the truck,
Well, that,
and
maybe you heard that, but we couldn't,
I did.
I know I couldn't hear it on the ground because of the engine noise.
And I asked Jeff afterwards, Jeff, when Jack started rolling again, after he hit the truck, Jeff said, he was jumping up and down, letting little bitty farts, and he says, "Stop that guy, he's going." And I said,
Well,
stop.
usually when you have an accident,
Yeah.
you know, you
So-
kinda should wait around for the
so
cops. You know?
I said, "Why didn't you stop him to find out what he had to say before?" Well, he don't like me, so I didn't stop
I
him.
didn't say any such thing. I prefer to
You
speak
did.
my own
You
words.
did. Well,
Again,
if you
you're
tell
just
the
going on
truth,
and on.
Jeff, we would listen.
Well, anyway, the only
Wait,
comment I
that-
made is that I re-listened to the
out of line.
videotape, and I know I made a comment, I even made a comment on the video, I don't know what the heck, what is he saying? Because the engine was so loud, I couldn't hear what he was talking about.
Then he
Well,
should stop.
at the end of the day, it's irrelevant. The sheriff's report says it all.
Well, that's true, but
I
I'm just
believe
trying to
time's
figure.
about up, let's move on.
Sheriff was out there with it.
Okay.
Highway patrol made it, and you better read it real good.
Okay,
Again, I'll give you that number, it's public record. It's the State Highway Patrol, you're correct there. 450861-45. It's all a matter of public record. If you need a phone number, Trooper Frank, 740-587-0786.
I don't need it.
alrighty, you had something to say, Patty?
Yeah, I wanted to ask Jeff if you would clarify about the litter grant. You had brought up the fact that Dan had ruined it for the township. Are we no longer eligible for the litter grant?
If someone applies for it, then we might be able to get it. We do not have the cooperation with many of the partners that it took to make that happen, including the Licking County Recycling Group. You can talk to Larry Lloyd and he'll confirm that they will not provide the in-kind service of that because of the incident.
But if
Also,
that-
the businesses involved, none of them will participate again, and personally, I will not be filling out the paperwork. Any other government entity that qualifies certainly could do that and apply for that.
But at that meeting, you said that Bowling Green Township could not get the litter grant
They
again.
can't get the in-kind from the county, and they can't get that cooperation from the businesses that contributed and made it happen.
Well, I did
if
talk to
somebody
Larry,
else-
right, or Larry Lloyd, that's why I was
If
bringing
somebody
this
else
up.
would like to do that, they certainly could attempt to do it.
Yeah, any individual can do that.
It has to be a certain government entity.
No, Larry
For this
told me
particular
that-
grant, it does.
All right,
There may be
Larry told me
others.
any individual that lives in the township can apply for that.
I think you better check that. There are probably other grants. Something came a few days ago on that for next year's. And I'd be happy to hand it to anybody that wants to take it on, that could. I think they have to be in a certain type of government entity.
I have a question.
Okay.
I'm not real clear, I guess we missed the last meeting, so maybe this accident happened somewhere in between. Will keeps saying that he's listening to a film and didn't hear Jack tell him to move the truck, right, 3 times. Okay. The important thing is not whether Will heard it, is whether he heard it, right?
He was right beside me.
Okay,
Because
so
I actually,
you didn't hear it.
I actually asked him,
didn't hear it,
what
but
is
it
he
is
saying?
irrelevant. It doesn't give a man a right to ram a vehicle. Obviously, he knew it was there, it's based on the fact that he's claiming.
It is important if somebody said 3 times, move it, and you heard him say it, though.
I absolutely did not
You
hear
didn't,
that.
that's what I was.
Why on earth
That's
would I
what,
put
that
my,
was my point.
why on earth would I put my vehicle there?
That's all I
that
said
I've worked
is,
years to
you
get?
hear him.
Why would I do such a thing? It's absurdity.
What's the fun?
It's absurdity.
Oh, no.
That's all I'm